All right, we're going to go on to the next one now. Is be Cad35, the connecting rod. Now, this one people seem to have a little problem with, so I'm going to go this one maybe a little slower than I've been doing. All right, first thing we want to do is we want to find one of our old files that's not metric, okay? Cad28, 29, or 30 will work. We'll use those as a base. So I'm going to open Cad30. Then I'm going to do a save as. Don't forget to do your save as. Come up here, save as. And we're going to do this as the next CAD, so it'll be Cad32. And I'm just going to forward over that, change that to 32. Enter. So now that is Cad32. You see it up here, so we can erase all of this. All right, now what we want to do is we want to do the front view of this thing first. Now, if you'll notice, it's got the circular part on one end, and then it's got a half circle on the other. Diameters on one side, radius on the other, and they're all the same numbers. They're just one's radius and one's diameter. Let's start with the diameters first. So we're going to do, don't forget to change your layer to object. There we go. We're going to do the first one is going to be a diameter of 1. And then the second circle, same center, is going to be a diameter of 1.25. There. Now, our next ones are going to be 6.5 away. So we're going to start here. We're going to go this way. 6.5. Now we're going to change to radius instead of diameter. So, and it's going to be the same numbers. It's going to be a radius of 1 and a radius of 1.25. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line from here straight up 1.5. Okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. Okay? 1.5. And I'm just using that so that I can trim in those areas. Okay? So now that I've got that, I'm actually going to erase this one. You'll see why in a minute. We're going to leave that open. Now here's this one. We're going to go back. If you look at the top, this top part goes back 0.5. So we're going to start here and go back 0.5, and then we're going to go down 0.25, and we're going to go out 0.25. All right, so I'm going to leave that as that. Now, I have this line in the middle. I want to offset that half of 0.75. I get the 0.75 thickness. If you look at your picture, that front view is going to be that main part that goes in between the two. So we're going to offset that 0.375. And that gets us our top part. Now we got to get a radius in here of 2 and a radius in here of 0.5. This side's easy. We'll just do fillet, right click, radius 0.5, and it gets this side. Now, what I want to do here is if I tried to do that there, it wouldn't work, right? Here, I'll draw a line up, and we'll try that on this side. Let's say fillet and right click, radius of 2. And we'll pick here and pick there. Now that sort of kind of works, but here we got a problem, right? We need that to be there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a piece of line, and I'm going to come over and right where that green X, I'm going to draw me a little piece of line. Now I'm going to trim this off, and we don't need that, so I'll erase it. And we don't need that anymore, so I'll erase that. Now I'm going to grab this, move, pick the end of this and drag it to the end of that. You'll get that green square and it'll say endpoint. And then come over here, extend, and then pick the edge of this, and that'll connect it to that. All right, so that's almost done. But the thing is this here has a radius 0.25 on top of it, but you're looking at it from the side, so it's going to look like a box instead of that. So I'm going to use stretch, and I'm going to come across here like this, and then I'm going to go up 0.25. Okay, so that's got that one. Now I can grab all of this and mirror it to the other side, because you know we've already drawn it once and it's exactly the same symmetrically. So we'll just mirror it, and then hit no. If you hit yes, it erases the top part. All right, so that's got that. Now I'm going to draw a diameter of 0.5 right here, and then I'm going to grab that and move it back 2 inches. So move. Pick here, come over this way, make it straight, hit 2, enter. Now, I can erase this line. Now I'm going to copy that So hit copy, pick the circle, right click, pick the middle of the circle, and this will be 3. Line, quadrant, pick the top of the circle, go to the top of the other circle. Now, we know that diameter is 0.5, so I'm just going to offset 0.5. And then there's the bottom. Now we can trim, and we'll trim this circle out and that circle out. All right, so that's got everything we need except for our center lines and our hidden lines. All right, so once again, construction line. Now I'm going to go from the same corner, 1.5 this way, and 1.5 this way. Now, remember, from the center of this to here is 1.25. From the edge to the edge of here is also 1.25. So I'm going to do a rectangle. I'm going to start here. Make sure you get an object. 1.25, and the other one's going to be 1. Okay, now, since I've driven that on it, I'll just move it to the right one. Now, I can take that and I can copy that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say copy, and I'm going to pick right here. And I'm going to drag back and pick right there. Now, those are the same sizes for both, okay? I'm going to line up with this, and then line up with that. Bang, there's my spot. I'm going to come all the way here. Now we know the thickness of this is 0.5, so half of that is 0.25, so I'm going to offset 0.25. And then I'm going to erase this line. Trim here, trim there. Line up with this. Then grab that and copy it this distance from here to there. Notice it does not come outside, it stays on the inside part, okay? That's basically got that taken care of. All we've got is some hidden lines to do. So let's go ahead and take care of those hidden lines real quick. Hidden line. And we want to go from the quadrant of the inside circle, okay? And I'll just go here and then I'll do that. Now I can just erase this one. Now I can grab that, copy it, from there to there and there. That's got those. Now this one will be a little different. It's going to only come up 1.25, so I'm going to go line. I'm going to touch that corner, drag up here till I get to my green X. Boom, straight up, 0.125. Keep that green all the way till it's straight. Boom and boom. That's that little thing. It only goes 1.25 or 0.125 deep. And we'll copy that and mirror it to the other side. Just grab the midpoint, come across a little bit, make sure it stays straight, and hit no. All that's left now is this hidden lines in this one, but we don't know how big they are yet because we haven't done this side. All right, so line up with those two. Line up with that one. Forgot to change my layer. I do that a lot. There we go. And then we'll line up with that one. Snaps. Okay, we know that this is 1. And it'll go back up here. Grab that. Copy. 1, 2, 3. All right, all that's left now is to do the top. Draw a line up, 0.25, and we have two circles, a diameter, 0.25, and a radius of 0.25. I'm thinking that I'm a little off here. I am. Okay. Well, if that happens, what we'll do is we just put that line there. This direction. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold shift down and I'm going to pull those two out of there. Now stretch. There we go. this in the wrong spot. Copy this one from here to here. There we go. So now we've got that straight. I'm going to bring a line from quadrant here to there. Repeat quadrant, this one to there. I'm going to erase these hyperlines now, and we'll trim this off. Now I'm going to trim both of these out, okay? Delete that. Trim that. Grab this mirror and just hit that center point right there. And then we'll trim down there. Now, you could put hidden lines in for all of this on this view, and it would be correct, but it would be unnecessary. So we're not going to do any hidden lines in this view. We're just going to do center lines for the circles, and we'll do hidden lines here and here. So let's go ahead and do our hidden lines first. Once again, you're going to start from the top of the circle, so just use quadrant. There we go. And I'll stop there and then go there. And the reason I'm doing that is so I can just erase this one without erasing this side. So copy from the top to the bottom, and then same thing on here. And that gets those in. Now I'm going to grab this one, copy it from the midpoint of this line to the midpoint of this line. And that finishes up my top view. So there's your three views. Now all we got to do is get our center lines in. And I'm just going to do line quadrant. Grab that one, rotate, pick the center, right click, copy, go straight up. All right, similar thing on this line, and we'll just go across here. Grab that one, do the rotate thing. Copy, straight up. And then we can just grab both of those, copy from the center of this to the center of that. Now notice how they don't look like center lines. There's a thing that you can do to change these, okay? We're going to type LTS. That means line type scale right there, okay? Now, right now the scale is set to 1. I'm going to change it to 0.5. Watch the difference when I do that. See? Now that changes them on a global scale, okay? I don't necessarily want to change these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo that. Now, I want these to stay the same. I want these to change. So I'm going to grab all my green ones. Remember, if you do it this way, just fix the stuff inside, and we'll just grab this one and this one. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to properties. Here's my line type scale there. So I'm going to change this one to 0.5 and leave the other one alone. Hit escape a couple of times. Now those are smaller and those stayed the same. Okay? Now I'm going to grab these two since I want them to look like center lines. And I'm going to go to properties. 0.5, we see if that helps. Doesn't look any different to me, so we'll try 0.25. There we go. So 0.25 will work for those. And we'll hit escape, and there you go. And that's how you can make your play with your lines and make them look right. Okay, now I'm going to grab this one, copy it, midpoint to midpoint. And then I'm just going to extend and that gets that. All right, and that'll complete this one. Not as hard as it looks. Once again, everything is all shapes. So think in terms of circles, arcs, and lines. And you should be able to draw just about anything you want to draw. All right, so we'll go ahead and save that again. Then we'll go to our plot. Don't forget, make sure that's monochrome. Change this to the AutoCAD PDF. center your plot, do your preview. Everything looks good. We'll go ahead and turn that in. Cad35 model, we'll hit save, and that's got it, okay? All right, so we'll move on to Cad33 next. See you in the next video.